Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Supatandigam Mandeham Shri Gurum Shri Udapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parjana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Shakham Vidam Sya Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namustude Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shabano Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhesha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamini Dinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hare Krishna. So welcome all the devotees for today's Bhagavad Gita class. So we are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 14, text 5, right?
Text 9, Prabhu.
Text 9.
Yeah,
Mataji,
Mataji. Yes,
It's
Mataji. 14.9, Prabhu.
14.9.
14.9. Okay. Sattvam sukhe sanjayati rajakarmani bharata jnanam avritya tu tamaha pramade sanjayati uta. Yes, Mayuri Madaji, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Sattvam sukhe sanjayati raja karmani bharata jnanam avratya tu tamaha pramade sanjayati uta.
Ribol.
Translation Prabhuji. O son of Bharata, the mode of goodness condition one of the happiness, passion condition one of the fruitive action, and the ignorance covering one's knowledge blinds one madness.
Ribol.
One's true madness. Hare.
O son of Bharata, the mode of goodness conditions one to happiness, passion conditions one to fruitive action, and ignorance covering one's knowledge binds one to madness. So from this, what do we understand? That all the three modes, conditions us. Okay, all the three modes. Even the goodness conditions us. How? To happiness. We are conditioned to this material world, even the mode of goodness, to happiness. And those who are in the mode of passion, they are conditioned to fruitive action. They are doing any activity in return with some expectation. They expect something in return. So that's mode of passion. That's so that fruitive action is their goal. Okay, so they are conditioned by the fruitive action. And ignorance, what happens? Those who are in the mode of ignorance, tamogun, it covers the knowledge and it binds one to madness. They don't know what they are doing, what they are talking, okay, what they're thinking. So they will live unregulated, undisciplined or indisciplined life, as per their whims and fancies. So mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. All of them, all three of them binds one to this material world. Only thing is, mode of goodness is the best out of the three. But if someone wants to come out of this material existence, go to the Supreme Lord's abode, that is Vaikunta or Goloka Vrindavana, the Supreme Lord's abode, then one needs to transcend the three modes, even the mode of goodness. Situate himself in the mode of pure goodness. Only then will be free from the vicious cycle of birth and death. Okay, let us see what Prabhupada says here, purport. So a person, the mode of goodness, is satisfied by his work or intellectual pursuit. Just as a philosopher, scientist, or educator may be engaged in a particular field of knowledge and may be satisfied in that. So, who are basically who are the people who are in the mode of goodness? Philosophers, scholars, scientists, such people. They are basically in the mode of goodness. And a man in the mode of passion may be engaged in fruitive activity. He works as much as he can and spends for good causes. Okay, so the man in the mode of passion is engaged in fruitive activity. He wants as much as he can and spends for good causes also. So he tried to, acquire more, and he also spends for some good causes, some good social, causes. Sometimes he tries to open hospitals, give to charity institutions, etc. So these are in the mode of passion. Those who get so much of money, they have a feeling, they want to help the other needy people also. So how they can help? How they can, return, a portion of what they have acquired by giving charity. So they will give charity to, orphanages, hospitals, schools, education institutions like that. There are signs of one in the mode of passion. These are signs of one in the mode of passion. And the mode of ignorance covers knowledge. Okay. The mode of ignorance covers knowledge. What is good, what is bad, they won't be able to discriminate. In the mode of ignorance, whatever one does is good neither for him nor for anyone. So those who are performing any activity in the mode of ignorance, it is neither good for them nor good for others also. Okay. So at least those who are in the mode of ignorance, they should try to elevate themselves to the mode of passion, and those who are in the mode of passion try to elevate themselves to the mode of goodness, and from goodness to pure mode of goodness. Like that, one has to slowly and gradually, rise themselves. It's not necessary that we have to go step by step. If given a chance, if we get opportunity to associate with, sajjans, okay, sat, that means great personalities, mahatmas, pure devotees, then one may straight away go to goodness also, and from goodness they can transcend to pure mode of goodness. Okay. Maya is very strong. Okay. So those who are in the mode of ignorance, they think that, they are enjoying, and they are the happiest people on this planet. They think that. Why? Because Maya is so strong. Maya binds them to the mode of the Maya. Those who are not inclined for devotional service. Okay. Maya also wants some disciples, right? If everybody goes to mode of goodness, what Maya Devi will do? She wants some disciples, just like Nidra Devi wants some disciples, just like Kumbhakarna, she got a disciple, that is Kumbhakarna. So like that, Maya Devi also wants disciples. She wants to keep those who are in the mode of goodness. I mean, those who are especially those who are in the mode of ignorance, passion, and all. Even goodness also, to a certain extent, they are under Maya only, because they are not fully, become pure mode of goodness. But the person who is in the mode of ignorance, they are completely entangled, or they are completely surrendered to Maya. Okay. That's why they know what they're doing, what they're talking, what they're thinking. So whatever they are doing, it is just according to their whims and values. They don't follow any rules and regulations. Okay. I just remember one incident. Vyasadeva, we all know who is Vyasadeva. Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasadeva. Okay. He is the author of all Vedic literatures. Okay. He was totally dejected and despondent, and at the instruction of Srila Narada Maharshi, he at last composed this Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is the fruit of the Vedic tree. Fruit of the Vedic tree. Okay. In a tree, there are the root is the trunk is the branches are the leaves, and flowers and fruits. So which is the best of that tree? Which part? The fruit, right? So Srimad Bhagavatam is considered to be the ripened fruit of the Vedic literature. Okay. So after composing or compiling all the Vedic literatures, he was totally despondent and dejected. So he didn't know what to do. So at that time, Narada Maharshi arrives there and instructs that whatever you have done, the people are already suffering this material world, and you have made all these Vedas, Karma Kanda especially, to encourage them more into Karma Kandic activities. You are not allowing them to get out of this material existence. So you have done a blunder. So why don't you compile this Amala Puran, which is known as Srimad Bhagavatam, and give to the devotees who can transcend this material, because this is Guna Atit. It is not within the three modes of material nature. Vyasadeva had so many disciples. Out of so many disciples, 4 or 5 are prominent. Okay, and he has given different branches of knowledge to expand and to present in a nice way, okay, to the general public. Can anyone say who are those? The main disciples of Vyasadeva, whom he has given different Vedas to further explain. Anyone remembers? No one remembers. Why? How many Vedas are there?
4 Vedas, Prabhuji.
4 Vedas, Prabhuji.
Okay, can you tell me which are those?
Rigved, Yajurved, Samved, Atharved.
Okay, so Rig Veda was given to Paila Rishi. Okay, Rig Veda was given to Paila Rishi, and then Yajur Veda was Rig Yajur Sama. No? Yajur Veda was given to Vaishampayana. Sama Veda was given to Jaimini Rishi, and the last Atharva Veda was given to Sumantu. Okay, and all the Puranas was given to Ramashan. So they are the professors of these particular branches of Vedic literatures. So one day Vyasadeva was taking a class. Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam he was taking. Srimad Bhagavatam class he was taking. So he was reading a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. So after listening to that verse, Jaimini Rishi told, "No, Gurudev, I cannot digest this verse. It's not right. You have to change this verse." Jaimini Rishi told, what was the verse? That Maya is so strong, even a person of intelligence will be bewildered because of Maya. Okay, he will not be able to discriminate what is good, what is bad. So the verse goes like this: one should not mingle with opposite sex, opposite gender freely except his own wife. Except his own wife. Or if it is, except the spouse, you can say like that. Even be mother, daughter, or sister, they should not mingle very freely. Then Jaimini Rishi, how is it possible? It's a very strong statement. How can, Maya attack even an intelligent person? He knows, the position of a mother and sister and daughter and all. And they can discriminate well because he is very intelligent. Because the sloka says, even an intelligent person. Vyasadeva said, see, we don't have time to discuss on this matter now. Let us proceed further and we will discuss this later. So and when time comes, you will come to know. So he just ignored Jaimini Rishi's comment. Then he went ahead reading that further slokas. The matter closed there. And after a few days, Vyasadeva had to go to some place, for some pravachan, for some, urgent duty. So in the ashrama, there are so many brahmacharis, including Jaimini Rishi. So Vyasadeva told Jaimini Rishi, called him, "See, I'm going for an emergency job. I will not be here for a few days. So in my absence, you have to take care of everything. See that everything is going on very nicely, without any problem, without any complaint. When I come back, I don't want to listen any complaint from anybody. So you have to take care of everything very nicely. Okay. So as they were told Gemini, yes, Gurudev, as you instruct, I will do that. I will take care of that. I will see that everything goes smoothly. So you, please do not worry. Please go and come back. So he left. Okay, who is in charge now in the ashram? Jaimini Rishi. Okay. So that night, after Vyasdeva left, that night in the ashram, towards the, Sandhya, the evening, Sandhya, it was raining very heavily, heavy downpour, thunder and lightning and everything. And that time it was dark also. One lady came to the ashram and met Jaimini Rishi and requested Jaimini Rishi, please give me some, shelter. I am stuck here in this forest. I was on my way home. Now it is dark, heavily raining. I cannot go. It's very difficult for me to go. So please give me shelter this one night in your ashram. Jaimini Rishi said, how is it possible? We are all brahmacharis in the ashram. We cannot entertain any, ladies here in this ashram. Then she said, what type of sadhu are you? An helpless woman is asking for one night stay. And because I'm in need of that, I'm in danger. I cannot go alone. It is forest, it's dark. And even wild elements are there. And you are not helping. You are not merciful. Such hard-hearted person are you? Then immediately Jaimini Rishi thought, oh, I should be, I should show some compassion because she needs some help. Then he said, see, actually, we are all brahmacharis in this ashram. We are not supposed to, we are not supposed to give any accommodation in this ashram for ladies. That is the rule. But still, you are in some dire emergency situation. I will help you this one night. But see that early morning, just immediately after sunrise, you should vacate the place. I don't want any complaint, any, unnecessary blame also on me. And so he said, that is my Gurudev's hermitage, kutir. He has gone out for some emergency purpose. That is vacant. So you please go and stay there. And close the door. Whoever comes and knock, you should not open the door. This is my instruction. Okay. She said, okay, thank you so much. And she went to that hermitage and closed the door. And after a while, Jaimini Rishi started thinking, so one lady has come. I have not seen her because usually brahmacharis, they don't see, the face. They see at the feet of the lady and speak. So I have not even seen her face. I cannot recognize also who is she. Something goes wrong tomorrow. Who is the person come and who is staying? I don't know. I have not asked her name, her address, anything I didn't ask. What a fool am I? I should go and ask. Immediately he, goes to that kutir and knocks the door. From inside, who is this? He said, I'm Jaimini, the person who have given you this room. Please open. No, I will not open. You only have instructed that whoever comes should not open the door. No, I am telling you, please open because I have given you the shelter. Please open. I want to ask your name, know your address, see you in person, who you are. I want to know all these things, which I forgot to ask in the first place. So please open. She said, no, I will not open. I cannot open at this time. It's dead of the night. I cannot open. Please go away. Okay, please leave me alone. And Jaimini Rishi is not accepting. He wanted to see her. He wanted to ask her address, name and everything, know more details about her. He, goes on top of it's a thatched roof, that, the kutir. She goes on top of this thing, removes the, leaves and jumps directly into the kutir. Right in front of her, he jumped and standing. Then immediately she was shocked. What are you doing? I am alone here in this kutir and you are a male and you are, coming inside my room. This is not good. Then he said, calm down. I'm not going to do anything. Please, I want to see you I want to know who is staying in my ashram. I want to know your name. I want your address. Tomorrow something goes wrong, I should have all these details. Okay. Then she said, okay, this is my name, this is my address, all these details, whatever Gemini Rishi wanted, she gave. Then Gemini Rishi said, oh, are you married? This lady said, no, I'm not married. I'm also not married. And so you look so beautiful. Your voice is so nice. So why don't we get married? Why don't we get married? What are you talking? You know, you're a brahmachari and you are supposed to be a celibate student of your Gurudev and you want to marry now? Yes, because you look so beautiful. You're also not married. I am also not married. Why don't we get married? Then she said, see, I have taken a vow. Whoever marries me, they should smear with coal their face, you know, make muh kala karna hai. Okay. Then he should walk with me to the river bank. There we will have the marriage. Said, I'm ready. Then he looked here and there. You know, anybody is watching? No, nobody is watching. No other brahmachari is there. So it's very nice. So we will go. So he held her hand, started walking. Muh kala kiya, you know, started walking towards the river. And there, you know, okay, now shall we get married? We'll do the rituals ourselves. Nobody is there. Then immediately, okay, we'll go. We'll do the, you know, proceedings. And that time, this lady becomes Vyasadeva. Immediately turns as Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva himself came in the form of a lady. And now, then he asked Vyasadeva, now you want to change that sloka? You tell me now. You want to change this? Now you tell me you want to change that? No, Gurudev, you know, it's my mistake. That is absolutely right. Even a person of intelligence will be bewildered by Maya. So this is, you know, Vyasadeva came in the form of a Maya, you know, in the form of a lady, bewildered even a person of that character, Gemini Rishi. That's why Maya is so strong. So Vyasadeva, being a teacher, you know, good teacher, taught by example Gemini Rishi. So whatever Vyasadeva wrote is, you know, of without any defect, is complete and perfect. One should not question. Maybe we will not understand certain things because of our level of consciousness is low. So this is what we have to understand. Maya is very, very strong. Okay. So any questions or any comments?
No, Prabhuji, thank you.
So we'll go to the next. Text 10. Rajas tamas chabhibhuya sattvam bhavati bharata. Rajas sattvam tamas chaiva tamas sattvam rajas tatha. Sachi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
रजस्तमश्चाभिभूय सत्वं भवति भारत रजसत्वं तमश्चैव तमसत्वं रजस्तथा.
Very good. Tarini Mataji, translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation by Jai Srila Prabhupada. Sometimes the mode of goodness become prominent, defeating the mode of passion and ignorance. O son of Bharata, sometimes the mode of passion defeats goodness and ignorance, and at other times ignorance defeats goodness and passion. In this way, there is always competition for supremacy. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Very good. So these three modes in different permutation combination, you know, are present in each and every one of us. Okay. So what is prominent? That dominates mainly. It's not that one person is 100% in the mode of goodness or another person is 100% in the mode of passion or ignorance. So what is dominating? That is the actual mode of that particular person. Sometimes, you know, goodness is dominating a person. it doesn't mean that he is always 100% in mode of goodness. Sometimes, at times, he exhibits passion as well as ignorance. But we can tell him that he is a person in the mode of goodness. And similarly, passion and ignorance also. So, so what is in maybe 90% goodness, 10% mixture of, say, passion and ignorance. Sometimes those who are in the mode of ignorance, 90% the mode of ignorance, 10% mode of goodness and passion. Similarly, passion also. So nobody is 100%, in one particular mode, in mixed mode. So what is predominating? In that mode, he or she stays. So when the mode of passion is prominent, the mode of goodness and ignorance are defeated. When the mode of goodness is prominent, passion and ignorance are defeated. And when the mode of ignorance is prominent, passion and goodness are defeated. This competition is always going on. So even if you see, in our own case, from morning till evening, what all activities and what all thoughts have come into our mind, and it falls in which mode? Goodness, passion, and ignorance. So in the morning, we are usually in the mode of goodness, isn't it? When we get up early in the morning, when we are doing our sadhana, spiritual sadhana, we are usually in the mode of goodness. As the day progresses, we'll fall into mode of passion. And towards the end of the day, when the night falls, we'll be in the mode of ignorance. Okay? Therefore, one who is actually intent on advancing in Krishna consciousness has to transcend these three modes. Even goodness, we have to transcend. Okay, three modes. The prominence of some certain mode of nature is manifested in one's dealing, in his activities, in eating, etc. So, when we observe the dealings of a person, his activities, his eating, his speaking, and other such activities, we can make out he or she, in which mode. All this will be explained in later chapters. But if one wants, he can develop by practice the mode of goodness and thus defeat the mode of ignorance and passion. So at least we should try to situate ourselves in the mode of goodness, which is the topmost among the three. One can similarly develop the mode of passion and defeat goodness and ignorance. Or one can develop the mode of ignorance and defeat goodness and passion. Although there are these three modes of mental nature, if one is determined, he can be blessed by the mode of goodness. And by transcending the mode of goodness, he can be situated in pure goodness, which is called the Vasudeva state. A state in which one can understand the signs of God. By the manifestation of a particular activities, it can be understood in what mode of nature one is situated. So here it is said that if one is determined, he can be blessed by the mode of goodness, and by transcending the mode of goodness, he can be situated in the pure goodness. This is called what state? Vasudeva state. Who is Vasudeva? Lord Krishna. That is pure state. The state in which one can understand the signs of God. By the manifestation of particular activities, it can be understood in what mode of nature one is situated. See, especially when we are discussing Harikatha, when we are reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad, and if we are totally absorbed in this discussion, okay, we're definitely in the mode of goodness. There are pure devotees, when they speak this Harikatha, Srimad Bhagavad, totally absorbed, full absorption. They are not in this material world. They are in trance. Okay. I was just listening to one lecture. The devotee was telling about Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj. So he was giving a class on Bhagavad Gita, to his disciples, few disciples, Oriya disciples in Bhubaneswar. So he was so much engrossed, absorbed in the Katha, Harikatha. One cobra, without his knowledge, came and made its seat on his lap. Cobra, just imagine. He didn't know. He was speaking Harikatha, speaking for a long time, and after that he stopped, he got up. That time the cobra just slithered its way. Just imagine. So absorbed in Harikatha, even he didn't know that a cobra was sitting on his lap. So that's absorption in the pure mode of goodness. So even in the material world, it is possible. That's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Machita Madgada Prana, Bodhayanda Parasparam, Kadayandascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Charamandisha. Now, when devotees meet together, come together, they discuss, the Guna Rupa Leela, Nama Leela of the Supreme Personality, and they relish that. They relish and they discuss about the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his pure devotees among themselves and relish. So they are, at that time, they transcend, pure devotees. Others, at least, they will come to the stage of goodness. So any comments or any question?
Prabhuji, my mother told me that she has a female dog in her house when she was small, and that female dog doesn't eat on the Ekadashi.
Ekadashi.
Means on Ekadashi, that dog only takes the milk, only milk, no chapati, nothing.
Okay, good. Sugurdi, Purva Janma Sugurdi.
Yes, yes.
Good. Any other questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maji.
Prabhuji, I think last class, before class, you actually told me to remind me about a devotee realization that you would share or something, Prabhu. Glorification of a devotee. I missed it last class, I believe.
Last class, did we say that? Did we speak about Jayananda?
No.
Did we speak about Jayananda Prabhu?
No, Prabhu.
Okay, next class.
Sure, Prabhu. I'll remind. Suspense is pending.
Amataji?
Suspense is pending. There is a suspense in this.
So we'll speak glorified Jayananda Prabhu. Okay.
Jayananda Prabhu.
You all know Jayananda Prabhu, no? You know Jayananda Prabhu?
No, Prabhu.
You don't know Jayananda Prabhu? Jayananda Prabhu is one of the very dear disciples of Prabhupada.
Ratha Yatra, who started Prabhu?
Ratha Yatra, yes.
Okay.
From San Francisco.
I read about him many things, Prabhu, but suddenly the name it didn't strike.
So he's a very, very good devotee, dear disciple of Srila Prabhupada. We'll try to glorify. Now, how much ever we glorify, it's less, but I have no qualification to glorify. But still, whatever I heard in different lectures, I will try to repeat that in the next class. At least 10-15 minutes.
Yes, Prabhu, we'll remind surely.
Oh, okay. So, any other questions or we'll go to text 11. सर्वद्वारेषु देहेऽस्मिन् प्रकाशा उपजायते ज्ञानं यदा तदा विद्यात् विवृद्धं सत्त्वमिति उतः. Yes, and who is left? Okay, Saraswati
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Mandana Mataji, please recite.
सर्वद्वारेषु देहे अस्मिन् प्रकाश उपजायते ज्ञानं यदा तदा विद्यात् विवृद्धं सत्त्वमित्युत.
Very good. Saraswati Mataji, translation, can you please read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
The manifestation of the mode of goodness can be experienced when all the gates of the body are illuminated by knowledge.
Very good. The manifestation of the mode of goodness can be experienced when all the gates of the body are illuminated by knowledge. We all know that how many gates are there now in one's body? Mainly 9 gates.
9.
Navadware Pure Dehi. Okay. Navadware Pure Dehi. This Dehi, who is Dehi? Who is Dehi?
Body, Prabhuji.
Dehi is not body.
Body,
Deha is,
Prabhuji.
Deha is
Body.
body. Dehi is the owner of the body. Dehinosmin yata dehe.
Somaram yavanam jala.
Kamaram. Dehinosmin yata dehe. There, Dehi is the soul, Deha is the Sharira or the body. So, Navadvare Pure Dehi. In this, the Pura means the residence, the house, okay, of 9 gates. House of 9 gates. Dehi, the soul, the Atma, the self, the person is staying. So we are all staying in a house of 9 gates. Right? So that's what it says. When the manifestation of mode of goodness can be experienced, when all the gates of the body are illuminated by knowledge. Let's see what Prabhupada says in the purport. There are 9 gates in the body: 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, the mouth, the genitals, and the anus. So these are the 9 gates of the body. When every gate is illuminated by the symptoms of goodness, it should be understood that one has developed the mode of goodness. In the mode of goodness, one can see things in the right position. One can hear things in the right position. And one can taste things in the right position. One becomes cleansed inside and outside. In every gate, there is development of the symptoms of happiness. And that is the position of goodness. So, all the 9 gates are illuminated by knowledge. That person is supposed to be in the mode of goodness. Okay. So they know what they can clearly make out. What is good, what is bad. They can discriminate. In the mode of goodness, they can discriminate. And they can avoid all the bad things. They will not think bad. They will not, perform any bad activities. They will not speak anything bad. These are, the signs of those who are in the mode of goodness. All those who are in the mode of goodness will be at least sattvic in nature. Sattvic in nature. So, any questions here in this? Apart from these 9 gates, there is one more, which is very important. Who knows that gate?
Mind, Prabhuji.
No. One more gate, but it's not open. It will be open if a person is,
Top of the head.
Brahmarandra. Those who transcend the 3 modes, and when the Atma has to leave from the material existence to the spiritual world, they break through the Brahmarandra and go to the spiritual world. Okay. That is on the top of the head. And it is said that out of this 9, 5 are on the face itself, right? On the head. 2 eyes, 2 ears, nostril. Okay. And right, 5, 5 or 6? 2, 6.
7, Prabhuji.
7. Okay, right, 7. Not 6, 5. And 2 only down below the. Okay. So those who leave the life air, those when they leave the body, if the life air goes through any of these top gates, what will happen? They will get elevated to the upper planetary system. If the life air goes through the lower part of the gates, they will go to the Athama Loka. They will go to the lower planetary systems after this particular body. So many times when the person leaves the body, how you can make out, you can see some small sign of blood even in the mouth or nose or eyes or something like that. That means that person has left the life air through that particular gate, and their destination is our planetary system, or at least human being. You can say that. And if the life air goes through the two gates that is situated in the lower part of the body, their destination is lower planetary system or lower species. Either of that. So any questions or any comments? Nothing? Yeah, we'll go to text. Yes. Someone?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay. So we'll go to text 12. Lobha pravrittir arambha karmanam asamaspruha rajasi etani jayante vivruddhe baradarshava. Okay, Kamya, can you read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Lobha pravritir arambha karmanam asama spruha rajasyetani jayanti vivritti bharatarshava.
And Prince Prabhu, translation please.
O chief of the Bharatas, when there is an increase in the mode of passion, the symptoms of great attachment, fruitive activity, intense endeavor, and uncontrollable desire and hankering develop.
Very good. O chief of the Bharatas, when there is an increase in the mode of passion, the symptoms of great attachment, fruitive activity, intense endeavor, and uncontrollable desire and hankering develop. So, what are the signs of people in the mode of passion? That's what Arjuna is being told by Lord Krishna. What symptoms are there? Great attachment, attachment to the possessions, the dear and near family members, money, name, fame, great attachment. They're so obsessed with their own people, with money, their name, fame, all that they possess, attachment. Fruitive activity, all that activity that they are doing will be with some expected results. Okay, they want result, immediate result. Without that, they will not do anything. So their expectation is high. And intense endeavor. Even if they think that they cannot win or they cannot succeed in their endeavor, that still they will keep doing that. Intense endeavor. We should endeavor. No doubt. We should endeavor. We should put in effort. But there's a limit for everything. If we think that we cannot get any result out of that endeavor, why unnecessarily waste time and energy? But those who are in the mode of passion, intense endeavor, okay, and uncontrollable desire to achieve so many things. I want, the ambition. I want to become the CEO of the company. I want to become this minister. I want to become the film star. This, that. Lot of desire. I want to make a lot of money. My name should come everywhere. This all the signs of those in the mode of passion. And hankering. Hankering. I want to get this. I want to get that. I want to do this. Always running after name, fame, possessions like that. So this is those in the mode of passion. So one in the mode of passion is never satisfied with the possession he has already acquired. He angers to increase his possession. There are some people, they have a lot, they have acquired a lot wealth, but still they want to expand their samraj. They want to get more and more. They want to defeat the other person and come on top of them. I want to be the number one. It's not necessary, actually for our sustenance, to keep the body and soul together. We don't need much. But some are so passionate, so they want to conquer everyone and everything in the material world. So they're all in the mode of passion. So the hankers to increase his position. If he wants to construct a residential house, he tries his best to have a palatial house, as if he would be able to reside in that house eternally. We have seen so many palatial houses. Maybe there are 2 or 3 members, but there will be 5 rooms, 10 rooms, 20 rooms, 50 rooms. Like that, we'll see palatial houses. Maybe 2 or 3 members to stay there. What is the use of that? Just to show. They want to show people that we are very wealthy, we are rich, and we have so many things like that. And how many days they will be able to stay there? They cannot stay there eternally. And he develops a great hankering for sense gratification. So this is only to satisfy the senses, that I have a palatial house, I have servants, I have this, I have that, just to show. They become happy only by possessing these things, but they will not be able to enjoy that. How long they will be able to stay in such palatial houses? Only one life. Next life, they cannot stay in that house, isn't it? They cannot claim also. So there is no end to sense gratification. He always wants to remain with his family and in his house and to continue the process of sense gratification. So the main purpose is sense gratification. So in the mode of passion, people want to gratify their senses. So they are seeing different means and ways to gratify the senses. So not only their senses, they want to gratify the senses of their extensions, their family members, their spouse, their parents, their children, their friends, like that. So in that they find happiness. So there is no cessation of this, no stopping. They keep on endeavoring, putting a lot of effort in that direction. All these symptoms should be understood as characteristics of the mode of passion. So these are the symptoms of the characteristics of mode of passion. So Prabhupada is giving some detailed information about different modes, how people, what type of people are there in what modes. So this is mode of passion. Okay. We'll read mode of ignorance also, then we'll stop. Okay. 13. Aprakasho pravritischa pramado moha evacha tamassi etani jayante vivriddhe kuru nandana. Sachi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Aprakasho pravartischa pramado moha eva cha tamasetani jayante vivrite kuru nandana.
Saraswati Mataji, translation please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
When there is an increase in the mode of ignorance, O son of Kuru, darkness, inertia, madness, and illusion are manifested.
So when there is an increase in the mode of ignorance, O son of Kuru, darkness. Right? Darkness means what? Ignorance. Inertia, they are not active at all. Always lazy. Madness, like mad people, they don't know what they are doing. And illusion, they are always bewildered. These are the characteristics of those who are in the mode of ignorance. Darkness, inertia, madness, illusion. Okay. When there is no illumination, knowledge is absent. So darkness means no knowledge, ignorance. One in the mode of ignorance does not work by regulative principles. They will lead an unregulated, indisciplined life. He wants to act whimsically for no purpose. They don't have any regulated life. They will get up, they will sleep at any time, they will get up at any time, they will eat anything and everything, uncooked food, untimely. So these are the characteristics of people in the mode of ignorance. Whimsically, they will speak anything, they don't know where to speak and what to speak and whom to speak, what. All these things they don't know. Anything they will just blah, 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 blah. They will keep murmuring. They don't know the right forum to speak the right things. No purpose. Even though he has a capacity to work, He makes no endeavor. They're lazy. They're lazy also. They have all the means to do work, but they will be lazy. This is called illusion. Although consciousness is going on, life is inactive. Okay? They're totally lazy. They don't want to work anything, even though they are capable of working. These are the symptoms of one in the mode of ignorance. So these are people in the mode of ignorance. So what are the symptoms of mode of ignorance? Darkness, inertia, madness, and illusion. And mode of goodness? Mode of goodness is here. Yeah, this is mode of passion, attachment, fruitive activity, intense endeavor, and uncontrollable desire and hankering. And mode of goodness, all the gates will be illuminated. All the gates of the body will be illuminated by knowledge. So all the three modes Krishna has explained to Arjuna. So we will stop here. Next is 13. We'll take in the next week. And not 13, 14. Right? 14, yeah. So I will stop sharing here. Hare Krishna.